Okay, so you're all going to be playing greedy CEOs in this game, aiming to make the most money at the end of the fiscal year. So cash is really all that matters in this game, and you're going to be acquiring cards from these failing companies in order to make money. So the first and easiest way is to get some business opportunities. So you've got some different values over here. They're worth a lot of money, and you're going to be keeping these to add to your cash at the end of the game. There are also employee cards that have varying levels of layoff savings, which will add to your cash at the end of the game. And you'll notice they go from none to 25 to 50, 75, all the way up to 100. So each employee has a different amount of layoff savings, and you'll add these to your business opportunities to get your final cash. You just want money in this game. That's the only thing that matters at the end. There are also some bonus ways that you can get some cash, which we'll go over at the very end. Okay, so let's talk about gameplay. You should have a round outline card that's going to tell you how to basically play a round. So first things first, everybody's going to want to draw 3. So draw 3 from your deck, and that will give you a hand of employee cards you can add up the greed, and that's how much greed you have this round. These employee cards are going to be fighting for these failing company cards. And the next thing that we're going to do is actually reveal the failing company cards. So let's flip those over. We've got a 150 over here, a janitor, and another janitor. So these are the cards we're going to be playing in this round. There's going to be 13 rounds until the end of the game. So the next thing we do is play an order card. Now, you'll notice that you have some orange-backed order cards. Let's talk about the hustles for now. So as you can see, there's one hustle with a matching border for each of the failing company cards. So you got Rubio Holdings, Goldman Inc., and Diamond Limited over here. These hustle cards basically tell you where to send the employees in your hand. So if I was to put down this Goldman card, everyone else is also going to put down an orange card and so on and so forth. And then we'll all reveal at once and see who's going where. So in this case, I'd be going to Goldman, and this player would be going to Diamond. So we're basically sending our employees over to that location to kind of hustle there and steal that card. If, let's say I was the only player to go after a deck, so I'm uncontested, I'm the only person going after this failing company, I would win this card and put it face up in my discard pile. I don't have to show my hand of cards. I don't have to play them if I don't want to. But it goes there, I win that. I'm uncontested. However, let's say that me and another player both went after Diamond when we revealed. So I'm going to fight with that player. So I have 1 greed, and I look over at that player's hand of cards, and they have 4 greed. So they've clearly beaten me. In this instance, they're going to win that card, and I am going to lose. So as a consolation prize, I'm going to get 2 greed tokens, which I can use to add to my greed in a later round. But there's a third case. So let's actually say that 1 or more players went to Diamond Limited, but they had the same amount of greed there. So let's say that me and that other player went there, and we both had 4 greed. So now we're not only in a fight, but we're going to duel. So I got 4 greed. They have 4 greed. So now we're going to flip one at a time from our decks until the tie is broken. We're going to add any employees to our total. So it looks like I've drawn an office drone, and the other player has drawn an intern. So the greed is now 5 for me and 4 for them. So they lose, and I win. I win, I take the card, and they lose, so they get 2 greed for them. Now, there's another type of order card that you have, and they're called insider trading. Everyone's got 2 of them. How the insider trading works, let's clean this up a little bit. How the insider trading works is that when each player plays their orange card, their market order card there, so we got 3 players, and you reveal an insider trading, so everybody reveals it once. The insider trading card is a one-time use card that allows you to replace it with any other order card that you have that you own. So when I play this, this is gone, it's out of the game, but I get to see what everybody else has played, and I get to play a card. So I'm going to play this one. I put it face down, and then I flip and reveal. So I've chosen to go after gold after seeing what everybody else was going to. Insider trading basically just lets you get a sneak peek at kind of what everybody's planning on doing this round. And then all the order cards resolve as normal. There's one more thing. So the greed tokens. When you put down your first orange market order card, you can put as many greed tokens as you want on it. And that will boost your power for that turn. These are one-time use tokens, so they will be lost as soon as you reveal the card, but they'll add to your total. So in this instance, I've got a hand of 4, and I add 3 greed tokens because I've been hoarding them. And when I reveal, I hustle at Goldman. Everybody else reveals at the same time as well. I will be fighting with 4 plus 3, so 7 total greed. If I win, that's cool. I get the card, and I lose those greed tokens. But if I lose, and someone else had 8 or something, I would, again, lose the tokens. I wouldn't get a card, but I'd get 2 greed tokens as a consolation prize. Okay, so at this point, we've basically hit the end of the round. So let's go through the round outline again. We drew 3. We revealed the failing company cards. We all played an order card and resolved them. So we might have added greed tokens or not to the first card. Then we resolved everything, and now we get to the point where we want to discard all cards in hand and in play. So, if regardless of whether you gained cards, you didn't gain any cards, you played some, you didn't play some, you're going to throw out everything that is in your hand and everything that you've played, and you're going to take it, put it face up into the discard pile. So it's going to go right there. We're all going to then take back our orange order card. The exception is if you had an insider trading. Those are one-time use, and they're gone once you use them. But everything else gets taken back. All your hustles come back. And then you start over the process over again. So you draw 3 from your deck and continue on. Now, if you ever need to draw cards, let's say there's one card in my deck and you can't, you will draw that card, see what it is, and then you will take your discard pile with all the cards you gained and everything you discard, you'll shuffle it up, and that will become your new deck, and you'll continue drawing for it. So 2, 3. That's basically how this system works. You'll be gaining cards in the discard pile, and then when your deck runs out, you take all those cards, and they enter your system brand new. Okay, so at the very end, when all of the failing company cards are gone, we're going to figure out who had the most cash at the end of the game. So, in addition to any business opportunity money cards that you gain, you're also going to add up the layoff savings of all the employees that have some layoff savings. You'll add those up, and then there will actually be bonuses depending on some certain conditions. So, the first bonus is if you happen to have any insider trading cards remaining at the end of the game, you'll get 50K for each insider trading card that you did not use during the game. The next one is a bonus for most employees laid off at the end of the game. So you'll basically add up all the employees that you gained through the course of the game. Don't worry about counting the ones that you started with. Everybody has 7. So you add all those up, and whoever has the most number of employees laid off at the end, they'll get a 100K bonus. There is also a bonus for complete sets of cards, and a complete set is 1 card of every color in the failing companies. So it doesn't matter what type they are, just as long as the colored borders form a complete set. So in this instance, I have 2 complete sets. This is not a complete set. So I'd get a 100K bonus for each complete set. So you add up the total, and whoever has the most at the end of the game wins.